I'm going to start this video off by showing you guys a couple common spots that I know of on Shoot House, and then I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of some techniques. Now first you can jump from here to here. You can actually get an angle on somebody that's sitting up inside of office, which can be really helpful. Next, you can jump from there to here to over here, which is a good angle on people that are over inside of scrapyard. Something that not many people know is that this little sandbag right here, you can actually jump up on top to get an angle over top, or to climb up if you want to get over. This is helpful for people that are in corners. This corner right here. So you just jump up here, get an angle on that person, and it's a really good headshot peek. Next, we're going to go to this angle over here, so you can get on top of that from that crate. But this right here is something that not a lot of people know. You can actually get up there. So if you jump up on top of this, and then you sprint jump, you can actually jump up on top of this and lay down. Didn't mean to throw that, but whatever. You can't get up there, but you can get up on top of this white one. And over here, there's another angle. If you get up on top of these sandbags, you can jump up on top of this door. That's a good off angle as well. Now, the technique that I was talking about earlier is how to approach a situation. I see a lot of people that are new to the game, that when they come around the corner, they just run off this. Or, when they come off the corner, they just run around. Up here is a common spot for people to be aiming, since this is a very deadly spot for them, since it's covered from the left from anybody that's going to be running around, since you've got that high wall. So this is really the only threat. Now, if somebody comes up there, of course, they're going to kill you, but this is the only really threat that they have to worry about. Now, when they come around this corner right here, when you're entering in, you can actually see somebody up there holding the angle from way back here. So I usually come right here and take that aim, and then I slide, I check all the angles, and it's very important, your movement and how you approach a situation. Now, if you have quick ADS, you don't need to run around in ADS, but if you have slow ADS, it's very important that you take it each angle at a time, and give that angle a couple of seconds. A lot of people that are like, oh, check, okay, I'm done, and then you'll get shot from that angle. It's important to take it a little bit slower, methodical. So when I come up here, from usually here, I don't use that one since this one gives me cover to come up, right? So if you're over here, you don't really have that choice. You have to just come up, hold ADS to make sure nobody's sitting right here over there holding the angle. But over here, when you climb up, you have the choice of going up behind cover. That's why I don't like this one right here, because you're not coming up behind cover. Now, when you're approaching this angle, this situation, people can be running past to try to get into spawn, so you're going to check, then check, and then check, and you've also got to check that one, so a quick check, flick, and then you can't see that one. But when you get out this far, you can hold that angle, slide in, then from here you can hold these two angles again. Check that one, check that one. Now you can finally check this window. And it seems a little slow. It goes a little bit faster than that. Normally it's like... Now, some of the concepts behind how I'm checking these angles. Now, the concept is that you don't want to actually look at this angle right here and go, there. What you want to do is you want to pretend that you can see through this red crate. So right now I'm looking at that angle, I'm looking at that angle still, I'm looking at that angle still, and I'm still looking at the angle. Right? So you have to see that angle through the wall. You have to know where it is at all times. And you just have to pretend that you can see the player on the other side. Just pretend that you can. Pretend what body or what size their body is, right? So imagine, okay, and he's right there. So that way I'm already aiming at the angle. I don't have to go flick, you know, I don't have to go, I just come around the angle and I'm like, alright, I'm already on it. Same for this window up here. I'm already aiming at it when I come up here. I'm not going, right? I'm not aiming down here and then flicking up to the window. I'm already aiming at the window. aiming at the window. And that's before you even peek the angle. You're going to be pre-aiming that angle. And even a pre-fire, I notice a lot when I'm lagging and stuff like that. I pre-fire a lot more. So I'll actually... And the reason I'm doing this pre-fire isn't to get kills. If you're playing hardcore, you might get a kill, maybe 2 kills with this method. But it's not about killing someone. It's about checking the angle. So if you're pre-firing, you're already firing. You just have to continue firing if somebody's there. You don't have to see them, ADS, then fire. Remember how I said going around the corner and ADSing before you come around? Well, pre-firing is, instead of having that delay where you have to take a second to fire, you're already firing, so you're already ready to kill someone. Right? You can even fire behind the wall and then come out. This is a method I most commonly use in Tarkov. So that way, you're already firing at the person that you think is there. If you know they're there, this is probably the strongest thing you can possibly do. Say, this guy knows that I'm here. He has a sniper rifle. He's dead. Now, he might be able to get a shot off and kill me if it's hardcore, but if not, he's 100% dead. There's no way. And these are just some methods that might help you out a lot when playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's just pretending that you can see the person on the other side, pre-aiming angles, find out most commonly the most common angles that people are going to be playing just by playing the game, and just take a mental note of where people are hiding. Now, when you come through here, I've noticed people hide there at that truck, they lay down here behind this, or they take up this position right here. Now, I've seen a lot of the time some people up here, and some people hiding here. So, if you're coming around, best thing to do is to check it methodically. The first angles that you're going to be exposed to. I check this angle right here, and then I can flick to that guy. The reason I check this angle first is because people like to hide behind here, and it's a good halfway between flicking to whichever one there is. And then, how to check that right there? Well, if you've already seen the guy, by the way, you can also get an angle on that guy at the truck from right here, but this exposes you pretty much from every angle. If you've already seen the guy, if you know he's up there, just pre-fire. Something that I've noticed that helps out a lot of players is if you see somebody, do not ADS and then shoot. Because ADSing takes time, and shooting also takes time. If you're running and you start to shoot, your character will automatically... Hold on, let me grab some ammo. Your character will automatically stop yourself and bring the gun down to start shooting. It's better to start shooting and then ADS than it is to ADS and then shoot. Because ADSing takes time. If you can shoot as fast as possible, ADSing isn't a big deal. When you ADS, you're ready at a certain point, but you won't realize that. It's very hard to get the timing down. So instead, because like, I'm accurate right there. Alright, I'm not 100% accurate, but I'm accurate enough. So if you shoot and then you ADS, you'll become accurate. As opposed to ADSing and then being accurate. I know it kind of sounds hard or difficult to swallow, but it works. It's very helpful. See somebody right here? Don't ADS and shoot. See somebody right there? Shoot and then ADS. Because it gives you more time to, or it makes it to where you don't have to react as much. Of course, if you have a gun with a lot of recoil, this probably isn't going to be very helpful. Since that recoil is probably going to go to the sky and get your crosshair off where you need to be. However, when you just shoot, your recoil doesn't go up as high as you think it does. Once you ADS, it brings back down. That's about all the tips I have for today. Good luck and happy hunting.